cold. Today's warm.
Yeah. Then,
All right.
according to the weather forecast, on Wednesday, very warm. 22 degrees Celsius will be.
Wow. Yeah, that will be very warm.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Warmest day in this year.
Yeah, definitely. And so, do you have any plans for Wednesday? Are you gonna do anything outside?
Maybe I take a walk.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that'll be really nice. And Rafa, welcome to class. Rafa, how are you?
I'm pretty fine, thank you. Hi.
Nice.
I have a
All right.
question, if I may. I don't know if you could answer me, but I am very worried about in the last few days there are so less classes at Berkeley. I don't
I'm
know
actually.
why.
I don't know
Mm.
why either. Yeah, I haven't days, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, if you maybe write me a message after class, it
Okay,
might help me to
perfect.
remember ask. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
because I am very worried because I don't know if for a lack of students or for the strategy is changing, but there are today only 3 classes. It's amazing. Well,
Really?
yeah, two two one at 8, 9, but perhaps 4 only class. And you another one, no more. Later on
Okay.
could be more, but I don't know what is happening.
Yeah, I'm really, really not sure. Um,
Okay.
but definitely doesn't look good. But yeah, I can
Oh,
ask. So
okay, perfect. Thank you.
yeah. And Jose, how's it going?
Hello, Joshua. Fine. Thanks for asking. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. And Jose, what have you been up to today?
Sorry, Joshua?
So what have you done today?
Yes. In the morning I was working, and in the afternoon I have been learning English.
Okay, so you worked in the morning and then you were learning
Yes.
English in the afternoon?
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Did you do anything special over the weekend? Me. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe let's go to Marcelo. Marcelo, how's it going?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine. How about you?
Hmm.
I
Hey,
can't hear you, teacher.
not sure. Um, okay. That might be better. Can you hear me now, Marcelo?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. So, Marcelo, how are you?
I'm fine. How about you, teacher?
Doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Um, and what did you do today, Marcelo?
In the morning, I went to the bank to try to fix my account that I
Okay.
can't access from internet, but that's okay now.
No. Okay. I'm glad it's okay now. That's really annoying when you have to like actually go to the bank instead
Yeah.
of just doing stuff online. All right. And who else do we have? Herman. Herman, how are you?
I'm fine. And you, Joshua?
Doing really well. Thank you for asking. And Herman, what about you? What was your day like?
Today I went to the gym, only to the gym, nothing else.
Okay, so just to the gym. Do you have any plans for the rest of the day?
Yes, I have to go to the doctor.
Okay, cool. All right.
Just that.
And Jeremy, Jeremy, how's it going?
I'm fine, and you?
Doing well. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what have you done today?
Ah, I just woke up. because I was very tired. It,
Okay.
it will be my first activity today, taking this
Nice.
class.
All right. One thing, I just woke up.
I woke up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I
And
just woke up.
what plans do you have then? What do you think you're gonna do the rest of the day?
Um, Doing homework
Okay.
because I have another class,
Okay.
an on-site class, for what I have to do homework.
Okay. So
Okay.
nice. Danilo, how's it going, Danilo?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing really well. Thanks for asking. And so, Danilo, what about you? What's your day been like, or what are you planning on doing for the rest of the day?
Well, I have studied a lot, and
Okay.
I'm planning on studying a little bit more.
All right, nice. So, day full of studying.
Yeah.
What are you studying for?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take like like a college entrance exam, So
Uh-huh.
I'm studying for it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, hopefully it goes well. And Bola, welcome to class. Bola, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
Doing well. Bola, I don't think I've seen you in class before. Where are you from?
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt. Okay, cool. And what do you like to do in your free time, Bola?
Uh, Surfing internet, uh, meeting my friends, something like that.
Okay. We might say surfing the internet. Um, Meeting maybe with my friends. Things like that. So because it's two things, we'd say things like that. That would work. But because it's two, again, we'd say things like that. Does that make sense?
Sorry, the connection is bad.
Okay. So because okay. Okay. So because it's two things, so you have meeting with my friends and
No,
surfing the internet.
yes, I have two things: surfing the internet or meeting with my friends.
Yeah. So you could say I like meeting with my friends, surfing the internet. We wouldn't say something like that because that would be singular. We'd say
Uh-huh,
things like that because that's plural.
things like that. Okay, thank you,
Okay.
teacher.
Yeah, of course. But good. Really good answer. Amp, how's it going?
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Good morning. Um, it's probably late afternoon there. What time is it where you are, Amp?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay, so it's still good morning. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. All right.
Yes,
What
still.
plans do you have for the rest of the day, Amp?
Well, just studying a little bit. Yeah, nothing special today.
Nice. Okay, cool. And Alexander, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Okay, good to hear. Alexander, what have you done today?
um, I took a class with my teacher, with my English teacher today. She checked my the last essay I've wrote for her, and also I went to the university, and bought some food for me to make a dinner.
Okay. Okay. One thing she checked the last essay that you wrote for her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you repeat essay?
Essay.
Essay.
Essay. All right.
Good. Nice. Okay. Cool. Sounds like a pretty good day. Let's get started with today's class. Rafa, are you there?
Yes. The news. Today we will practice conjugating verbs, read comics, read and discuss new stories, and practice role plays.
Okay, nicely done. A couple things maybe conjugating.
Conjugating.
Nice. And then practice.
Practice.
Nice. Just get that S sound. But you did a really good job. Good enunciation too, Rafa.
Thank you.
Rafa, can you ask Marcelo the first question?
Marcelo, do you prefer watching the news or reading the news, and why?
Hello, Rafa. I prefer to read the news from the internet because I can find the multiple article from many websites.
Nice. Okay. So finding multiple articles from many websites. This is a really good answer. Can you explain what that helps you do? What does that...
I can... Wow, let me try, teacher. I can make my own argument about the article. I have multiple views from the multiple websites' opinion.
Nice. Okay, so maybe we'd make this one sentence. So because I have multiple views from multiple websites, I can make my own arguments about the articles or about the news subject.
Yeah.
The stories. I think that's great. Really good answer, Marcelo.
Thank you.
Okay. And Marcelo, can you ask Jose the next question?
Jose, what news stories are falling now?
The news that I'm following now are the news about the corruption. In Spain, there are a lot of news about corruption. Every day, I am hearing some bad news about the corruption.
Nice. Okay. The news that I'm following. We might want to continue with news story, the news story that I'm following now.
Yes.
Although the news that I'm following now, we need to change this to is the news.
Is the news
about the corruption in Spain.
In Spain.
So because it's kind of like one news story,
Okay.
and also the news kind of encompasses everything. So it's one of those general things like the beach, the news. It's singular.
Okay.
There are a lot of. You could say there are a lot of news stories.
Stories
about the corruption.
okay.
There is a lot of news about corruption. You could say. So again, singular.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to say stories, in which case you could say plural. And every day, I am hearing would be right now, but every day, it's like a general thing. So for general, or regular.
I'm listening. Oh no.
Hearing is fine. The verb to hear is
Yes.
fine, but we need to
Yeah.
change the tense.
I heard.
Yes. So right now it's present progressive, but every day I hear bad news about the corruption.
Okay.
Okay, so another small thing. This is a little bit tricky. We could say the corruption in Spain, because that's a little bit more specific.
Okay.
But if you just hear bad news about corruption in
In
general,
Spain.
yeah.
Okay.
So the corruption in Spain or bad news about corruption. So it could go either way. Can you repeat that one more time, Jose?
Okay. The news that I'm following now is the news about the corruption in Spain. There is a lot of news about corruption. Every day I hear bad news about the corruption in Spain.
Nice. Great job. Good pronunciation, too. And Jose, can you ask Heidi the same question?
Okay. What, Heidi, what news story are you following now?
Now I'm following the Japanese economy.
The Japanese economy.
In Japan, fiscal year starts in April. So this is the end of year. This month is the end of year. So labor association and companies started negotiation around basic salary. Now Japanese economy is very good. So if basic salary rise up, Japanese economy is getting better. Maybe stocks price will rise up.
Nice. This is the economy will.
These 2 weeks are very important.
Nice. Next 2 weeks are very important. Good. I had a little bit of trouble keeping up with you. You spoke quickly, but really well. I didn't have any trouble with that. Just my fingers don't move that quickly. Maybe a couple small things. Just the article. So I'm following the Japanese economy. In Japan, the fiscal year starts in April. And then the basic salary would be the minimum wage.
And not the minimum wage.
Yeah.
It's different.
Okay,
Minimum
so
wage is
the
for
economy right now. Okay.
part-time job.
Sorry, can you?
Stable employees.
Okay, basic salary is for stable employees.
Yes. And the minimum wage is for part-time job.
Okay, yeah. Or, hourly workers. Yeah.
For the minimum wage is, for example, 850 yen or so. It's the 1 hour for 1 hour. But the stable businessman is not calculated with the hours salary.
Okay. Yeah, you're totally right.
Their salary is calculated in the monthly.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. No, you've got a good point. So the basic salary would be the amount paid to an employee before extras are added or taken off. Okay. So they're negotiating about the basic salaries. All right. Cool. Nice job, Heidi. And maybe Herman, what about you? What news story are you following?
I'm following the story about corruption in Chile. It's related to the political campaign. Sorry? To
the what campaign?
Politician?
Yeah. Political
campaign. Some bankers paid the campaign of these politicals, but it's against the law to do that because the politicians give an invoice to the companies so the company can reduce taxes. That's illegal.
Wow. So the companies give an invoice. The politicians give an invoice to the companies, so the companies can pay less taxes.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, it's very bad. It's very serious now.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's good at least that the story got out. All right. Yeah, well, really interesting. Some cool news stories, guys. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, let's go on to the next one. And let's start with Bola. Can you read the title and the words?
Which one?
So the title here and the words. Read them.
Vocabulary. Vocabulary. Corresponded. Future. Breaking news. Tabloid. Plagiarism.
Really close.
Journal. Sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Journalist. Editorial. Journalism. Columnist.
Okay, so you did a good job. A couple of really small things. So the first one would be vocabulary. Can you repeat that? Vocabulary?
Vocabulary, yeah.
Okay, good. And then feature. Sorry, Bola, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, can you repeat feature?
Feature.
Good. Plagiarize. Plagiarize?
Plagiarize.
Journalist.
Journalist.
Nice. Editorial.
Editorial.
Nice. Yellow journalism. So, yellow journalism.
Yellow journalism.
Nice. Good. Columnist.
Columnist.
Good. Columnist. All right.
Columnist.
Well done. Nice. Good job. Does anybody have any questions about any of these words?
What is tabloid?
Okay. What's a tabloid? Does anybody know?
It's a kind of newspaper with only have in its page news about sensationalist items. Yes.
Okay. So a kind of newspaper that only has in its pages sensational news about sensational
about gossiping.
Sensationalism?
Yeah.
About gossip. Yeah, that works too. Yeah, instead of using sensational twice or sensationalism, I think that's good. So a tabloid would be more of a more common.
I have a question. Tabloid means the size, no?
Yes. So literally.
Half size of a newspaper. Because it's very good to read in the train or in the bus.
Yeah. So literally, the tabloid is a half-sized newspaper. It's become synonymous with a gossip magazine. synonymous with a gossip magazine because they were the first newspapers to use this format. So literally it's a format. So it's just a half-sized newspaper. But yeah, it's become synonymous with a gossip magazine because they were the first newspapers to use that type of format. And so other newspapers frequently use a tabloid, but it's not considered a tabloid newspaper. Does that make sense, Heidi?
Yes, yes. I asked on a basic meaning.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the literal meaning. But again, what it's used in most frequently would be a gossip magazine. All right. Any other questions? Okay. Maybe Bola, can you make a sentence using plagiarize?
Sorry?
Can you say a sentence using the verb plagiarize?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Maybe amp. Do you think you can?
Okay. That singer was accused of plagiarize the song from another writer.
Nice. Okay. We need to use a different thing here. So, plagiarize what?
Rising.
Yeah, plagiarizing.
Mhm.
A song from another writer. Good. And what's that mean? What's that mean, amp?
That it took a part of the song from another, and he wants that everyone think that he created that lyrics, but it's not true. He copied from another one.
Yeah. To think he created. Not true. Does that make sense? Do you understand what plagiarize means? Bola, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand what plagiarize means now?
Yes. I understand now.
Okay. Okay, good. Ilkin, welcome to class. Ilkin, how's it going?
Thank you. Everything is going good well. How are you?
Okay, good to hear. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. All
Thank
right.
you.
And let's go on. Let's do a little bit of reading. And let's have Amp. Can you read the first half of this?
Okay. Daily scheme. What to say when you agree to meet with an ex? Let's give this one more try. Yesterday, U.S. section of state. No. What is senator? What is that?
Okay.
Secretary. Oh. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry announced that the U.S. is interested in a coffee date with Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The country's brutal civil war just entered its fifth year, and after more than 220,000
Nice.
deaths, Kerry thinks it's about time it ended. This isn't the U.S. first Syrian rodeo. Kerry brought the Assad government and rebels trying to oust him to the negotiating table last year. But after the regime received aid, allegedly from Russia and Iran, those talks collapsed.
Nice. Okay, you did a really good job. A couple small things, maybe brutal, brutal.
Brutal.
Hmm. And then US's.
US's.
Nice, US's. Perfect.
US's.
What's the other one? Rebels.
Rebels.
Negotiating.
Negotiating.
Negotiating. Come on, sorry. Are you there, Em? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Can you
Which
repeat
one?
negotiating?
Negotiating.
Regime.
Regime.
It's like a je, regime.
Regime.
Yeah. And received.
Received.
Nice. Okay. You did a really good job with your pronunciation of interested. That's a tough one because you've got that silent E, and allegedly. That was really nicely done. And your enunciation of words and sentences is really good as well. So, good job.
Thank you.
Alexander, can you read the... Hold on that, Alexander. Does anybody have any questions about this first part? Any questions about
Yes,
this?
I've got a question about the definition of the word allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Can you repeat
yeah.
that one? Nice. Does anybody know what allegedly means?
Like it said,
Yeah. So it said supposedly. Yeah. Like not entirely certain, but supposedly. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, teacher. What meaning negotiating?
Okay, so your question is what meaning negotiating? Let's look at the question first. How would we ask this? So we need to reword this question. We need to change it a little bit.
What kind of
So instead of saying what meaning negotiating, what would we say?
What does mean?
Okay, what does mean? We're missing something.
What does negotiating mean?
Yeah, good. Who can explain? What does negotiating mean?
over two group of people talk to each other to reach an agreement.
Yeah, for sure. So when you negotiate, two, maybe we could say or more, groups talk to each other to reach an agreement, and generally they'll be arguing before. But good. And any other questions? Okay. Ever, right? Ever?
Yes,
How's it going?
it's fine.
Okay, nice. Good to see you again.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And, alright. Any other questions on this first part? Okay. Alexander, what to say when you agree to meet with an ex? What's that mean?
Sorry?
So this first part, what's that mean?
What to say when you agree to meet with an ex?
So it's a comparison.
Maybe ex-partner.
Yes. It's an ex-partner. So yeah, it's comparing getting back together with somebody who you used to date to kind of these talks that the U.S. is maybe trying to start up again. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And Alexander, can you read this next part?
There are lots of rebel groups trying to oust Assad. Some are more moderate than others. The US is only friends with the moderate ones. Assad has trust issues with the US since it has been providing financial support to the moderate rebels. The rebels have trust issues with Assad since he has agreed to ceasefires and peace talks many times before he kept fighting anyway.
Okay. This is good. I think there was some breakup in this beginning. Can you read that first sentence one more time?
Okay. There are lots of rebel groups trying to oust Assad.
Oust?
Hmm?
Can you repeat oust?
Oust.
Nice. And moderate.
Moderate.
Moderate. Yeah, moderate.
Moderate.
And then Assad has trust issues with the U.S.
Assad has trust issues with the U.S.
Good. And then cease.
Cease.
Okay, well done. All right, and let's have Marcelo. What's happening in this news story?
The U.S. Secretary John Kerry is interested to meeting the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad about the 50 year of the civil war that happened in the Syria.
Okay. Yeah. Good. And yeah, I think that's really good. Jose, do you think you can explain anything else that's happening in the article?
Yes, I think Assad has a lot of troubles with the rebels. The rebels wants to host Assad.
And what's oust mean?
Oust, get out.
Yeah, maybe we could say kick out.
Kick out.
Or
yes.
remove.
Remove. The same mean, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Move out.
Move out. Yeah. Yeah, move out maybe less so. Move out is more with moving a house. Move out.
Okay.
When you are moving out of a house into another. Or apartment. But good. I think that's solid. And alright. Does anybody have any last questions here?
Yes, I'm sorry. About ceasefires. I don't know what it means.
Ceasefire. Does anybody know what a ceasefire is?
Yes.
Stop the fire.
For example, an agreement between two parts who are doing a war. An agreement between two parts who are implementing or for are operating in the war.
I'm not sure if I understood well. We're
Okay.
doing.
The two parts are fighting with each other, especially the countries. The countries are fighting. Yes, two fighting groups, special countries. Yes.
So it's an agreement between two fighting groups or countries to do what?
Stop fighting each other?
Yeah. To stop fighting each other. Yeah, to cease firing, to stop. So cease means to stop, and
Yeah.
fire is like shoot.
Shoot. Okay.
Yeah, cease fire, stop shooting. And I think we're good. Yeah, maybe let's go back to Marcelo. What do you think is going to happen in Syria? What do you think will happen?
Или вы повысить качество своей жизни? Хотите перестать просто...
Sorry, Ilkin.
Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, Marcelo, what do you think is going to happen? Okay, maybe Jose? What do you think?
In the future, Joshua?
Yeah. Yeah, what do you see in Syria?
I think I don't know, but I think that the negotiation between both will be very very hard. I think.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the negotiation will be very hard. All right. Yeah, that's odd. What about you, Ilkin? What do you think will happen?
In Syria?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with this news story.
I think maybe the war will be going on for a long time because there are many groups in these countries, and you can see not two parts in this war. There are many parts, and that's why I think. How can I say? International help or help from international, especially from strong countries, is big countries, is very important.
Okay. So international aid, help from strong countries is very important. All right. But you think the war will continue for a long time because there are a lot of different parties. That was good. Really great answer. Okay. Let's move on. We could read another story or we could discuss a quotation. Let's try to read this story. And let's have Ilkin. Can you read this first part? So this first part right here.
Yes. Want to say when your co-worker says she is sorry to hear you are leaving the company. Who are your sources? Earlier this month, it came out that former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton had an interesting way of keeping up with her work correspondence. She
Nice. Can you repeat? Oh, let's stop there. Sorry, Ilkin. Can you repeat correspondence?
Correspondence.
Yeah, correspondence.
Yes, correspondence.
Yeah, correspondence.
It's
Maybe
These documents, to the documents.
Yeah, correspondence is like your communication with other people. And then interesting.
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 Yes, interesting.
Good. Other than that, I think you did a good job. And let's have German. Oh, and actually, David, welcome to class. David, how's it going?
Hello, Joshua.
Hi. Nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you too.
Thanks. All right, German. Can you read this next part?
Mhm. She exclusively used a personal email address managed to a private server at her home, where there's been a lot of talk about her email practices. There hasn't been a lot of talk about where the leak came from. Now, the New York Post has published a report that Valerie Jarrett, senior advisor to President Obama, was the leaker. Jarrett reportedly planted the info through people outside the Obama administration, so the story couldn't be traced back to the White House, which clearly worked out well. But the good news for Clinton doesn't stop there. This week, House Speaker John Boehner is reportedly planning on announcing an investigation into her emails.
Nice. Reportedly planning on announcing.
Reportedly.
Yeah, so reportedly planning on announcing.
Reportedly planning and announcing.
Good. And then reportedly, you did a good job. The leak came from.
The leak came from.
Came from. And then email address.
Email address.
Yeah, the email address.
Email address.
Good. Email address. Yeah, because email, we want to emphasize the second syllable. Email address. Yeah. And then, so it's just because those two words together, you want to emphasize the second syllable. So we can have an address, which would be just alone, but an email address.
Okay.
That's a tricky one. But good. David, what's happening here?
In what paragraph, Joshua?
So, excuse me. In the whole article, what's happening in this article?
Oh well, sorry, I didn't pay attention to the reading.
Okay. Maybe Bola, do you think you can explain what's happening in the article? Bola?
Oh, I can't get it.
Okay. Amp, what about you?
There is some information that just was leaked, and they're supposed to be through a woman that used to work with President Obama, and the investigation is behind that.
Yeah. So the leak was through a woman who still works for President Obama. She's a senior advisor to President Obama. Yeah. Okay. Maybe David, why might this be a bad thing? Maybe for Obama or for Clinton. Why is this bad?
For me,
Yeah, David.
hmm Oh, because well, I didn't read very well, but I think that the lady was using top secret information from the White House.
Okay, it's not even that bad. So she was just using, so I guess generally speaking, public officials use a like government email, and Clinton was using a personal email, which really isn't that big of a deal. It's kind of important because you can't really track the email as well because it's not government, but not that big of a deal. So I think the most important thing is really who leaked it. Who can explain why that might be important to this article?
Because I think it's always important to find that person who is trying to leak the information, in another country, or is trying to sell it for his purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Yeah.
the most. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So for sure, it's definitely important to find who leaked the information. In this case, it was President Obama's top aide, so his senior advisor, who leaked it. Yeah, I guess maybe why is that important with Clinton?
Because her offense wasn't proved, and when it's found a person who did it, all her guilt, was released.
Okay, not quite. It's a little bit different. So, to explain briefly, we have Democrats and Republicans in the U.S. political system. Pretty much, just those two parties. And Obama and Clinton are Democrats. So they should be on the same team. Clinton is probably going to run for president after Obama leaves office. And so this is a little bit tricky because it seems like Obama is trying to ruin her chances of winning the election. So even though they're on the same team, it's pretty much what's going on. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, they should be on the same team, but it doesn't seem like that's what's happening. It seems like there's some intrigue. Is all that this is about. Does anybody have any questions about this?
To leak information, to pass information from the office?
Yeah, so to leak information,
to
if
okay.
Yeah, to tell a secret.
Okay, to tell a secret.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's kind of a colloquial way of saying it. So if your pipe has a leak, water comes out in small amounts. So if you leak information, you tell small pieces of information that should have been kept secret, but you try to tell such a small amount that no one realizes where the information came from. Does that make some sense?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions here? Okay, let's end on a quotation, maybe. Yeah, we don't have enough time for a role play. All right, let's try this one. Let's have, I think we're with Marcelo. Can you read this quotation?
A good newspaper, I suppose, is a nation talk to itself.
Talking.
Talking to itself.
Good. And Jose, what do you think this means?
That a good paper don't have to talk bad about their nation, about their country.
Its country, because it's one thing.
About its country.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that might be some of it. Ilkin, can you explain a little bit more?
I think a good newspaper is talking about all issues it's happening on the country, in the country. That's why we can say that is a nation talking. The nation talking. I think a good newspaper speaks about everything that is happening in the country.
Yeah, I think that's good. Herman, do you think you have anything to add?
I think the newspaper must be confidence.
Must be what?
Confidence.
Confident.
Confidence.
Confident. And must you tell real stories with the truth in the front, no points of view.
Yeah, from all points of view. I think that's a good point. Okay, and that's what I would say. It's a nation talking to itself because it doesn't only have one point of view. In the newspaper, it has all of the points of view. So it takes everybody's opinion and puts it all in the newspaper. I think that's a really good point. All of you guys did a really good job here. We've just run out of time. I've got another class after this. If you guys want to join it, I'd love to have you. But thanks for coming in, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Teacher, take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye, guys.
Joshua. Bye.
Thank you, Joshua.